Greetings, everybody. It's me. At least he's not really going to do much today, but I thought I'd at least have the visual here of me being up and about. We're going to do a chill stream tonight, and as you may know by the title, we are painting Bluey figurines. Let me get this up a little bit so you can see. Here we go. Yep. I think it was Gail got these for me about 2 or 3 Christmases ago. I can't remember, and I never have actually done this, so I did this tonight. The reason I wanted something like this is I've always, I don't know, it just kind of harkens back to your childhood a little bit. So let's look in here. I have opened the box once just to make sure I think everything was in here. Nothing in this. Okay. Guess that's just filler for the box. Alright, so I thought there was something else in here. Did it fall? Where did it go? Oh, wait, there's a back part. Here it is. Alright, there it is. I was wondering. I was like, there's a little compartment thing. So, alright, we'll get rid of that. Oh, I guess just in case, for those of you that might want to see the whole box, this is the back. It's kind of what it's supposed to look like back here. I'm usually kind of person, I don't have like super creative ordeal. I am kind of a paint by numbers, build it by the book sort of person. I do enjoy doing it that way. I don't like trying to just make up stuff from scratch. I've never been that kind of person, but I do like stuff like this. It's just kind of fun to do like that. So there's a thing here that's going to talk about this. I'll look at it in a second, see if I can get this open. I should be able to get this open because I did this already. There we go. Move that out of the way. So we've got our little characters. Boy, almost look like hypnotized eyes. I'm thinking this is probably Bingo because it's the smallest one. Yeah, that should be Bingo. Got one that I believe. And then Bandit. And Chili. Also in here, if I can get it out, little paintbrush tool. And then our paints. There are 10 colors to this, and please don't get me to try to name off the colors of everything because I am kind of like got a partial color blindness. I'm not totally colorblind. Like I can tell there's a difference between these and kind of guess-ish thereabouts what the colors of these would be. But there are certain colors I just can't see like difference between. I think they call that, if I remember correctly, it's called a red-green color blindness. Alright, but that's all that's in it. And it comes with a little instructional set here. This is an official thing, so let's see. Let's see here. It said it came That must be what that little trap was. Yeah. So this can be our base. And so since we're only doing one at a time, I can just pick one. I feel like bigger might be easier to start with. So let's start. I mean, I have to do Bandit first. I'm the one that's probably the most relatable to Bandit out of all the characters on here. So we'll start with him first. And we've got our paints here. I may keep this nearby, just as a reference point. Where can I look at? Maybe over here. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of like your basic instructions. There was nothing really like too big about it, but I do appreciate at least the preparation instructions on this. We are back. I have my apron on now. I think I've got everything that I needed. So I figure this is kind of interesting. So we've got the grass, which is supposed to be green, but I don't think there's any blue color, which is interesting. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's start with this one. So let's do that one first. Go. I am no expert at this in any way, shape, or form, so don't come at me about it. It's actually a lot simpler to start with. Okay. It looks like the chest, interior chest. I kind of feel like we should try to get as much stuff accomplished with this as possible. Never been my strong suit, so I have a feeling if people are watching this that kind of know what they're doing a little bit better, probably going to come at me about this, but I paint like a child. Which this is not my forte. Just doing it because it's nice little calming exercise to do. I think if I get a little bit smudged on that nose, it'll be fine because I can just cover that part over because it's darker. I got a little ambitious. Got a little smudge on it. And I don't really see many people on right now, but if anybody's on here, this is a chatting stream, so like, make some comments, talk about things, ask questions about stuff. Doesn't have to be related to this, certainly. Again, I'm no expert on this stuff. Please feel free to comment. I would love to engage in any kind of conversations. This is kind of the main reason I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah, it's probably that color. So, I think I finished that color. So, that looks not too bad. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm starting to see, this is the bad thing about being partially colorblind. So, the ears on Bandit, they actually look more yellow, and then the girls look more like this color. I wonder if I can read. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, it's looking better. Okay, so we're going to redo this. Just a slightly different shade, but what it looks like is, I want this to be more representative of what characters are supposed to be like, and I imagine that this is supposed to be the shade that you're supposed to use for Bandit and Bluey. So we'll fix that. I'm a little messy. I think it'll be okay. Okay, that looks better. All right, so that's going to be for Chili and Bingo. That one's going to be for Bluey. Because I'm trying to make sure that I include all the colors because they're all here for a reason. All right, let's see here. So I figured these out. These are good. That's Chili and Bingo. This is the darker part, so I know what that's for. Now these three. Probably the nose and the eyes will be the darkest shade. So I think that's what it is. So I think this is Bandit. These are the eyes. This is Bluey. So we're going to close that because that's Bluey. Bandit's this one. Definitely. Okay. So we're going to work on his head. He's got the full okay. How do I want to start this? Let's see. Start from the back. This is what I'm talking about. I mentioned I wanted to chill streaming. something nice and fun to do like this. Still unsure at first, but seem to be doing better now. This one, if I finish this one, be in better shape. I keep having issues with the starting the stream. There is a certain way that I would rather do this, but this is working out pretty good as a setup. We'll really try to do a 9 o'clock or a 8 o'clock. When I say 8 o'clock, make it like not 8:15. I keep running into issues every time I stream. It takes a while to get started. Left-handedness. This is where it's tricky. That's why I wanted to do this one first, get the trickiest one out of the way. Kind of got the ears straightened out there a little bit. Let's get It's like even when we don't have SimCity playing, we still listening to it, right? description. I like it when I cover a lot of ground real quick because that means I'm making progress. Because like when I gotta do these parts here where I gotta go slow, it's tricky. Getting there. Oh, this is where it's so tricky when you're like kind of go to the other side, kind of speed up a little bit. Light is intense on this side. Oh. Ah, some dripped. Good. Oh boy. If it's the impatience or what. It's really irritating when you can't get in that place that you need. And it gets everywhere except where you want it to go. Yeah, kind of messed up there a little bit. Well, we should try to get that lighter. See, so that's this one. Alright, so we're doing the lighter one. And that means we're doing. Let's start with the eyebrows and the front of the nose. This is really hard for me to see what I'm doing, how light it is. It is really hard to see this. Seeing it a little better. I'm wondering, it's too blue for me. Yeah. He also apparently has a little bit of tail too. Does he have anything on his back? Oh, he does have a spot. How did I miss that? It's okay. We'll have to go back to that one. All right. Just a little bit on the lower part of the feet, which I do see. I also see where on the tail it would be too. There are good little markings on this that will kind of give you indications of where the separation is. Hands, I didn't even. Some is there. Take a look at that real too. So there is a little bit to this where you can kind of see where differences in paint scheme would show up. Okay. So let's take a look because I noticed something about hands. Yep. Hands do too. So I gotta do those. Oh, I got a little bit of paint splotches on that. Yeah, it's a good thing that one's one of the last parts I'm doing. So yeah, I noticed that when I did the I saw about the differences in the markings were indications. When I saw the hands, the marking difference, I'm like, wait a minute. That looks good. All right. So that should be the last item for that one. I have to go back now to that one color that I had because what I saw is that I missed a couple of spots. So worried about the head, I forgot I had a couple of other pieces to do. So there is a spot on the back and the upper part of the tail. Two areas I got to get. Okay, and then upper part of the tail. Okay, there we go. Got that done. All right. Now that color's done. So we got that done. I think this is probably a good time to do the eyes and the nose, which is the dark one. Because I don't see how to really do exterior of the eyes. Oh, white. So Steady hands are not good for me. Okay. Not bad. All right. Let's get the nose. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's see. What have we got left? We've got the detail here. We got the lighter color here. Ooh, man, that really, I don't really see that happening. All right, so that means, what are we doing? I guess we're going with the darker one. Yeah, this one. This is the one that's going to cover the remainder of the body. May not be the most talkative stream, but like I said, if anybody's on there that wants on the stream that wants to kind of chat about stuff, certainly discussion would be welcome. Boy, getting just a little sloppy here. looks pretty good. Now, what do I want to do about that base? Make it a brownish color. Like a dirty ground instead of grass. Yeah, okay. So next, I'm going to go back to this because I missed one area. Bottom of the tail. That looks good. Okay. And then one other thing. Ah, yes. I wanted to touch up this color just a little bit. Because, let's see.
Oh,
Hello.
how does it?
Goes well. Just about done with Bandit, which will be the end of the stream. Touch up here where I made a little mess up with those. There we go. That's good. All right. Do with the there he is. And now we have Bandit complete. So on another night, when we do another chill stream, we'll work on another member of the family. But that'll pretty much do it for tonight. Wish you blessings, and I hope you enjoy your adventures.